There were 2 recipients of the Dux Award for 2016, and it gives me great pleasure to announce them as Adiya Graf and Carlsen-Wareham. Unfortunately, Taya cannot be here today, she's in Melbourne, but I ask you to put your hands together for Adiya and then Taya.
Hi QACI. Many of you already know me, but for those who don't, my name's Adiya. The last time I was here, last year, and the 2 years before that, I was sitting where you were, anxiously waiting for the person standing up here to speak, to find out what the key to success is, what these people did that allowed them to succeed in the IB, a magic trick that would make all the stress about EE and IOC and maths IAs disappear. Unfortunately, today I don't have any all-applicable problem-solving magic tricks to let you in on, or even any funny videos of geese falling down cliffs. But I do want to use some of the skills I gained in HL English. I have a quote for you that I want to unpack. You'll get out what you put in. My entire journey through QACI, I had people telling me this. I believed in it fully. It seemed like a fair and just way of doing things. I worked hard throughout my journey here, and usually I would get out what I put in. However, sometimes I'd get back an assignment that I'd worked hard on, and I wouldn't have received the result I was aiming for, the result I thought I deserved based on the effort I had put into it. When this happened, I'd feel hard done by and would beat myself up about it. I started to think that maybe the effort you put in won't always be what you get out, but I persisted and continued to work hard and tried to achieve the best that I could, because everyone around me was telling me that this was the key to success. When January 6th rolled around this year and it was time to check my IB results, I was quite pleased with myself. I'd achieved what I'd wanted to, and although I thought I could have done better in certain areas, I thought that my work had for the most part paid off. But when I talked to my friends, people who I'd watched throughout our 3 years, admiring the effort they put into everything they had done, I realized that a lot of them hadn't gotten out what they got in. On that day, it smacked me in the face that life, including the IB, is quite unpredictable. I'm standing up here today, and as much as I'd like to tell you that it's all because of my hard work and my dedication to my studies, I can't, because luck had just as much to do with it. The way that the IB works is unpredictable. Those final exams at the end of grade 12 will determine, depending on your subjects, approximately 2/3 of your grade. Don't get me wrong, you should prepare as much as you can, as studying and working hard will get you, it will ensure that you have the best chance to do well. But there is a certain margin of error in the translation of the work you put in to the result you get. There are so many people that should be standing up here with me today. There are so many people who I know could be standing up here instead of me today if things had worked out just slightly differently. So again, I thought to myself, maybe what you get out isn't necessarily what you put in. Maybe a lot of it comes down to chance. You can try to put yourself in the running to do the best, but that doesn't mean you necessarily will. These thoughts kept plaguing me for over a week. I was getting more and more frustrated about how unfair this was. Until one day, as I was cleaning out my cupboard, I came across all my school books from the past 3 years. I flipped through each of them, admiring my immensely aesthetically pleasing math notes that I colour coordinated and organised topic by topic, and showed to basically everyone that I could. Looking through the many different English books Miss Newcomb supplied us, trying to discern what I frantically scrolled during English class, while Miss Newcomb was speaking at 100 miles per hour and I was trying to absorb everything that I could. Reflecting back on my theatre journals, both the ones that were chock full of readings and had reflections from each and every lesson, and the ones that only had messy notes scribbled during lessons of things that I wanted to remember, things that I found interesting, and things that I wanted to learn more about. All of these books were the cumulative product of my learning. As I was flipping through these books, I realized that most of this stuff, exempt of some of the maths knowledge, I still knew, and I could still apply in what I'm doing now. Just because I've left the IB doesn't mean the knowledge I gained and the experiences that shaped me have to be left behind as well. I realized that I had gotten out what I put in. Every piece of information that I put the effort in to learn is still with me in some form or another. All of that effort helped me to shape my education. I left high school with more than just a number, which won't even matter in a few years. I've left with knowledge, with experiences, and with an amazing education that will help me to push myself and achieve better in my future. And with an amazing support network of friends and teachers and my family who helped me to get to where I am now. So please put as much effort as you can into everything you do, because although it may not always seem like you're getting the results you want, these experiences are the ones we need to help us grow as people and to shape us into the best versions of ourselves that we can be. You are one of the privileged few who get to go through this amazing school, so please take advantage of that. Use the facilities, ask your teachers questions, get involved in what's going on in your arts, get involved in things in other arts, listen and take notes in class, send your teachers so many drafts of assignments they impose a limit for the next one. Again, I'm sorry, Tate. And just throw yourself into everything you do here, because one way or another, the effort you put in definitely controls what you get out. Thank you.